if you're doing a game jam and you're not an artist, check this out. I'm gonna make a character in a few minutes here. Add a sphere here, add a cube, and let's just make the base character we can do here. If you're doing something like a game jam, you only have a weekend to do it. Don't worry about all the details, right? So let's go ahead and just duplicate this square here and then shrink it down a little bit, and there we go. Segmentation make it really easier to rig too, because you have like a bone right here on the shoulder. That's the only thing attached to it, is just this square is that shoulder bone. Whereas if you have like a lot of skin, then you have to worry about all the different like edge loops and everything. So if I'm doing skin, I'm like bam bam, and I have to like segment it where it needs to be able to move with a rig, and that's gonna take way longer. That has that smooth movement, just have segments. So I'm gonna create a arm. If I hold down J, I can just go ahead and segment like this. There we go. So that can be the shoulder, that can be the arm. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Got another arm segment. And a lot of the low poly old games kind of had this vibe anyway. If you look at the old like Final Fantasy games, they looked a lot like this. We'll go ahead and do another duplication for the hand. We'll just make a mid hand here. There we go. One more for the thumb. And just duplicating this a lot. That's all we're really doing here. And I'll just make sure it's gonna work like that. If you want to, you can have it taper the opposite way. So I can hold J. There we go. And so it's just kind of tapering in a little bit rather than out. So I have my head, I have my body, my shoulder, upper arm, and then like lower arm and fingers are here. Mesh, mirror, and then plus. So just mirroring everything over. Sometimes you can grab multiple pieces at one time. Then we can go ahead and just make this go up a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this for that lower torso right there. So we have that lower torso bit. Duplicate this again. We're gonna make this hip piece. This is gonna be our hips. Duplicate this arm here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And then bring this in, and we already just have these segments ready, just like the legs or just like the arms. So then I'm gonna do the same thing, and just this is symmetry enabled. Now this is looking a little bit too squat, so I can go ahead and just extend these by just making them go up like that. There, and then same thing for here. Bam. All right, so now I want to have this on the 0 axis. So I'm just going to bring this up so it kind of that matches the floor, as you can see here. There we are. And then let's go ahead and make these feet here. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate these shins. Let's go to hold down J and then rotate it like that. Bring it down. And then I'm gonna bring it forward, and I'm gonna shrink these ends by doing double face, and then that way it shrinks locally, and then bring it in like that. Let's make sure it's facing it's on the bottom here. Bam, it is now. For a little bit of flare, we can go and shrink this in so it has a little bit of taper. And there we go. There's our dude. There's our character. Your team's gonna be like, what the heck? We just started this game jam and you already have the character done. And you'd be like, I know. I looked at Baka Dan's YouTube channel and subscribed.